You know, I got a lot of messages from that last video that I did, and I remember when I posted it, I was thinking like, I don't know if people want to hear that, you know, and probably got more personal messages from that video. Anyway, you know, I try to take whatever it is that I'm trying to, you know, make my own, kind of understand things as we try to figure out the moon and the sun and all that stuff, and ponder on it. And believe it or not, I'm actually running a lot further ahead than what I put in my videos. And I kind of feel this thing like somehow the internet is how we are making things real. So, you know, they've got it because they want to fill it full of things that catch your attention and everything else, but it just doesn't taste good anymore. So we're kind of moving away from it. And I feel like every time we Google something, you know, and the other day, it'll come to me, but I Googled something, and I remember getting this thought for the first time and wondering if reality is not at that point where by creating a Google search term, you are creating the energy for that question to be asked, because it's never been asked before. And that's what I'm suggesting, is a question that has never been asked before, or it never has been asked in this cycle of our slavery. There's a word that I use in my head. We are slaves, and those who don't know it are a problem. But somebody commented, one of the people actually in the thread of the last video said that the revolt against England was less than 7% of the population. And I think I commented somewhere, maybe flat earthers are 3 to 5%. There's really no way to qualify that number, I don't think. But, you know, say they're like 3 to 5%. Well, we're getting there, but the point about that is it's not going to be because of anything that we do. Like, the flat earth is happening because we are seeing it. You know, think about it that way. It's not, it's always been there. We're just figuring it out. We're figuring that out. We're figuring out a lot of things like that now. So how are we doing that? We're searching for them. And when, here's an example of whenever I ask a question like, you know, Stanley Kubrick, The Shining, Apollo references, flat earth. You know, it's like this mix that once you understand how the Masons have got everything tied together, you know, with their symbols and their numbers and sigils, Google that, sigils, S-I-G-I-L-S, and how they use them. It's what currency is. It's a talisman. It is a charged piece of occult symbolism, idolatry, call it whatever you want, but it has power and blah, 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 blah. Love and trust, though, is all that matters. But you do want to know, don't you? Even though this is all pretty close to resetting itself, and man, oh man, I mean, there's not enough time to tell you what I think. You just, if you really, really want to get in there, if you feel like that I'm sharing what I feel like I'm comfortable sharing, which is probably what I digested about 6 months ago. And it's a lot to take in, like I was saying about if your spouse or other doesn't, you know, it's a problem in the home, in the relationship. It's a big deal. It's a big deal going from thinking it's a globe your whole life to thinking that it's flat, and knowing that it's flat. Sorry, slip of the tongue. We program, we spell with our mouth. Anyway, search terms, creating reality. How creative are you? How creative are you these days? Let's try to step it up a notch and see if it somehow keeps pulling us along. By the way, I had dolphins tonight while I was meditating, yoga-tating, whatever you want to call it, in my spot here with my Ute mat that is made out of all natural rubber tree plant. Now, I wasn't always blessed to have one of these, but they're pretty cool. I'm not going to say what brand it is because I'm not selling anything. I don't want you buying anything. I want you getting rid of all your stuff and just getting out there and living life. Earth is flat. Thank you for listening, my friends. I hope that it's an encouragement to you. If so, please like, comment, and subscribe.